All right, guys, welcome to camp. Today is going to be an open Q&A, and we're also going to talk about all the fun services that we have to help you work on your project. Summer is one of the best times to work on a cookbook project for many reasons. And one of them being that we often are meeting with family over the summer. All the kiddos are out of school, so we have lots of summit trips. And just a friendly reminder as you're having those family meetings, family reunions, things like that, of taking that opportunity to snag that recipe from Aunt Carol and get it so that you can kind of have all those recipes that you wanted together. But yeah, I'm gonna get started. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand, use the react, or if you guys want to, we have a smaller group today. Welcome, Soledad. Welcome, Sunny.
Good
Miss Ben.
morning.
Hey. All right. Who's going to kick us off? All right, Soledad, I'm going to call you out. I know you've got a question. You always come ready for a question.
Okay. I just received the second book
Ah, nice.
and I love it. It looks really nice.
Good.
But the only thing I wanted to know if I could change the glossy paper to Wrights.
To what?
Wrights a ring.
The right in the rain? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You want to regenerate those proofs and select it. Do you mind? Will you show us? Do you have your book with you? Will you
No
show it off?
problem. Okay, hold
Yeah.
on one
Oh,
second.
this is exciting. Okay. It's always fun when we get to see real life. Oh no, it's blurry. I
Is
think
it?
I
Oh
don't know if you have
no.
your background set to where it blurs. It does. Oh, it's not picking it up.
Oh, oh my goodness.
I think it's
Let me see.
your video. We see it kind of coming in and out. If you hit the
Um,
video and go to video settings, you can make it where it's not blurry.
okay.
Let's see.
Uh, Now where's video settings?
If you click the little video button and hit the little up arrow, you're on your phone though. I don't know how it does it on the phone. Okay, next time I'm gonna grab you and we'll have you do it next time. Um,
Alrighty.
but yeah, I'll show you how to do it real quick. So you're just going to want to go back to your book that you've created. Um, and I've got lots of different books, but you'll just come to it and you're just going to want to recreate those proofs. And when you recreate the proof, you're going to want to it's got a missing layout. You're just going to want to select the paper. If you ever have this happen, guys, where you've got like a warning and it's not, you can double click it, it'll take you straight to that warning. And you can resolve it. Let's go ahead and give that a second. So you'll select the binding style that you want. And then here's where you'll pick the paper and you'll have you use the gloss and you can do the right in the rain. Awesome.
Okay.
Hey.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, Dad, we'll message you after. We'll set up a time for everybody to see your book. I know you've been working on it for a long time.
Yeah, I've been
It's
trying to put it
so
together perfectly.
which
So,
which binding style did you end up going with?
I have the soft cover.
Okay, nice. Did you go with the
Mhm.
perfect bound or the wire row? Did you do the lay flat or did you go with the perfect
Perfect, perfect, perfect,
perfect
perfect
bound? I went
bound.
with that one. That
Yeah.
one. I like
The
it.
first one I had a hardcover.
Okay.
So, but because it was so thin, I decided to go soft cover.
Got it. Got it. Okay,
Mhm.
that makes sense. Well, good. Well, I'll ping you. All right. Who else has questions?
Mhm.
Raise your hand. We have a smaller group, so if you just want to unmute yourself, that's fine too. Name is Joan. You're back. How are you? How's your project going? You want to unmute? I can't hear you. Hit the bottom, the little microphone. Bottom left corner. There you
Yeah,
are.
I was visiting some relatives for last week, so I wasn't doing my cookbook. Although they
Oh,
are contributing to the cookbook, but
good. Did you get your recipes while you were there?
not too much because we had 22 people and it was a lot of
Oh, Miss Joan,
kids
that was the
around.
perfect time. You had them all together.
Well, no, I got people to contribute stuff, but
Good.
we didn't have time to really review the cookbook of how far what it's doing now. But they're all going to get it, so eventually, and they have contributed recipes and stuff
Good.
that I've input.
Good. Okay. I'm going to show you just brought up a good point. If you, when you are going to these family events and you're like wanting to gather those recipes, a really easy thing to do, go into your book, go ahead to the contributors and copy that shareable link. And you can either email this to everyone or text it to them. And when they click on that link, it's going to bring them to a form where they can go ahead and add their recipes and they'll go straight to your account. And so that just helps with their, get it right in there and you're not having to copy or paste or anything like that. And so
Yeah, well, I've been inputting them all, and it kind of works that way because
yeah.
I like a certain format.
Are you editing everyone's recipe? She's like, that
Well,
needs twice as much
you
sugar.
either edit as you go along or you edit at the end.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good to know. Good to know. All right, Mr. Jacob, you said you had some questions. You want to unmute?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So I've come pretty far in my cookbook. I've got probably like 7. You can screen share, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to screen share for us?
Okay. Yeah, I've gotten probably 70 recipes done and
Nice. Let's see what you got. What's your question? We'll help you get.
So
I can't see your screen yet.
hold
You
on.
may, I don't know if you're.
I didn't share yet because
Oh,
I opened the cookbook then and it's kind of minimizing it. Let's see, expand. Okay. Share screen. There's like so many different screens open, so it's kind
no worries.
of.
We have a word for that here. We say it internally.
Oh, here we go. Here's the
We call it, we got to
screen.
have tab bankruptcy, where you have so many tabs open, you just gotta click X them all out and start over. There you go.
So I guess like 2 things.
Okay.
I think because I asked them questions and everything before. So like so I have some, can you see the recipes and
I see it.
everything?
Yep, you're good.
So some of the pages I think are like, so I think I alphabetized it at some point, but I think when I asked them some kind of question, they said that it alphabetizes it, but it's only like if you have like some pages that are double recipes, it will only
Yeah,
alphabetize it according to the first page.
that's true. Yes.
What would be the best way, like workaround? Could you maybe like do like all the recipes on one page to start, alphabetize it, and then do like some of them on 2, so it'd be
Yeah, that's what I would do. Actually what I would do, the fastest way to do this, since you don't have any recipes or photos, Jacob, exit out of this. Go back to my cookbooks and I'll show you. This
hold
will be
on.
the.
Okay, here we go. My cookbooks. Okay.
Do you mind, Jacob, if I take over your screen and just show you this thing real quick? I think this.
How would
I'm
I
gonna
press
request.
the remote control
Yep. Is
button?
that okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So what you can do is we could go ahead and start another one, read family cookbook. That way I don't mess up your other one, but I'm going to show you an easy way to do this. Read. Yeah. There's like a slight delay. Cookbook. 2 O's. There we go. When you had the modern pattern. So we're going to start the book. All of your recipes live across all of your accounts and all of your books in your account. And so we're going to call it 2. We'll
Maybe
take
just
this.
saying like 2, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some nice covers for sure. I like some of those.
Oh, good. There's a couple other themes that we have. I'll show you where you can find those that have some full bleed, which are really nice and pretty. Premium themes. But so now a fast way to do this, and you have a good recipe collection. 70 is great. I think our average, our typical, most family cookbooks have 30. Of course, you know, the range goes everywhere from you have families who have just a handful, like 5, and there's some who have thousands. So the average is 30. Are all of your, let me ask you this, Jacob, are all of your categories set correctly? Like, you know, they're all with what you want them to be?
I think scrolling down a little bit. I think so. I think I think maybe there was an extra category I added that was like a different name maybe than like
Okay. And so what I'm
but I
gonna
don't know
do quick
exactly.
is I'm gonna batch add all of these to your book. And I love, just a note for everyone here, I love to work on my book from this recipe box. I like to get all of my recipes in first, and then what I like to do is come in and grab them all, make sure that I like the category they're in, and I batch action, add them to the book. And when I do that, I would
Okay.
select the one recipe per page. And I like to go with one of the layouts that has the steps, because if I have a longer recipe, it can continue over to the next page. And then I'll come in and you got 90 recipes. Jen. Look at that. Um,
Oh wow.
I know, look at you breaking records,
So you
man.
like the long recipe layout?
I like that one. And then what I'll do is I'll come in and kind of bring in the two that I can together. This is going to take a minute. But what will happen is we'll do some cookbook magic. This is going to lay the book out for us. And then we'll go to that arrange pages and we'll move the section dividers. And you, if you guys have been on camp before, I'm going to pick on you, Jacob, just a little bit. All of our guys always they want the section dividers in alphabetical order, and then they want all the recipes in alphabetical order. And I feel like
Yes.
all ladies always we want breakfast, then appetizers. Like we want to go through the course of the day, and I just get so tickled. And the fun
Attention
different
to
ways.
detail.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is laying out your book. Once it's laid out, we'll go to the arranged pages and I'll show you. I'll do one just so everyone can see. And then I'll let you do the others. And but that's how you can get it in alphabetical order really, really fast.
Hey Siri, turn
And
off
then
flashlight.
just go in and kind of smush those two that you want together. Hey, Miss Kathy. And so we'll give this a second. While this is generating, does anyone have any questions? Sometimes it's helpful to see the process. Miss Eileen? No, Elena. How do Lena? I don't know why I made that an I. You want to unmute yourself? Ask a
Hi.
question?
Hi.
Hey,
This is my first time here, and
welcome.
I'm from the information and the questions, I'm trying to put together what this, is it called a cookbook club or whatever you called
This
it?
is
I forgot.
Yeah. This is called Cookbook Camp.
Oh,
When
camp.
Cookbook Camp,
Yes,
this is
yes.
camp, right? And so typically during Cookbook Camp, every once in a while we'll do like a tour of someone's cookbook. Miss Kathy is here, and we actually toured her cookbook a few weeks ago. And that's just to kind of inspire you and see other family cookbooks and how they've done that. This is also the opportunity for you to bring any questions you have about working on your project, and I can answer them live here. And so we're all kind of, learning from each other's questions, getting inspiration for the camp. Does that make sense?
Yes. Now, I do have a question,
Yeah, go ahead.
and it has to do with the correctiveness of a recipe.
Okay.
Do you put disclaimers in the book? Or, I mean, when I have to be honest with you, I used to write for a newspaper, and
Okay.
I have written many, I don't know, cookbooks for different occasions for different people.
Uh-huh.
Now, do we test the recipe beforehand? Is this part of the program? I mean, that's how I do it. How accurate does this recipe have to be? I don't mean original recipes. I mean, I don't know. I just went to cinnamon coffee cake. Supposing I got this from a magazine.
Uh-huh.
Do I credit the magazine? Do I test the recipe first? What is the procedure? That's
So
what.
here's when you signed up for your account at Create My Cookbook, you agreed to our terms and conditions. And as far as our terms and conditions read, you have the rights to those recipes, and you're telling us you have the rights to those recipes. And we'll print them on your behalf. Now, what I'll say on that is you cannot copyright a list of ingredients. It's just not something that you can copyright. So if you have recipes that that list of ingredients has inspired you, and then you have your method, that's how I would handle that, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Um,
So none of these cookbooks are able to be copyrighted. Is that correct? Is that what you just said? I want to make sure I understand. I'll give you an example.
okay, give me an
One of the
example.
things I did is I have teas quite frequently. So there were special people that I invited to this tea. All of them were special. And what I did is I made a cookbook for them with pictures, with my recipes, and also recipes that I've just been using over the years, or I found whatever. I
Uh-huh.
did not copyright it because I didn't think it was necessary. So what would I do with that? That would not be copyrighted? This is where I'm a little confused, I guess.
Right, right. No, I think are you saying like someone couldn't take your recipes? Is that what you're asking?
Well, not even the recipe. Supposing I understand copyright.
Right.
Well, I mean, supposing somebody just takes over the whole book and puts their name on it, or puts different pictures in and that type of thing. Should this book? I guess the real question I have is, should this be copyrighted or not? None of the cookbooks in Cookbook Camp are copyrighted. That's what I understood you saying. Is that correct?
We would never share your book with
Oh, no,
anyone.
I know
Right,
you wouldn't. I didn't
right,
mean that.
right, right. I mean, maybe I'm not fully understanding the question. I think you're asking what well, let me try to re-explain what I'm understanding. You're asking if you have the right to put the recipe in the book. And is that what you're asking? Or are you asking if someone can how you can prevent someone from taking your recipe? Which thing are you asking?
I think the first question.
Okay. If it's a list of ingredients, you can absolutely put it in your book. When it comes to the methodology, whatever you put in there, you're telling us you have rights. I can't speak too much on the legality of it.
Okay.
But what I could say, I can send you the terms and conditions. But what I can say is, um, I personally would start with the ingredients, and then I would just write how I do the recipe
Right,
in your book.
you write your own
And that's what I
directions.
would do. I would just take your list of ingredients, put it in, and then write your directions how you write them, and you're fine. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does. It does
Perfect.
make sense. I guess I've been too concerned with copywriting only because I used to,
You come from a newspaper background. I understand.
Yeah.
That's honestly very diligent of you. So I understand. Don't
Okay.
overthink it. But I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to show Jacob how to do this one thing, and we're going to come back and talk about your project a little bit more and get
Christina,
in a place. Yes.
my niece is helping me and she's a very good artist. Can we
Uh-huh.
design our own cover?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell her to go with an 8x10 to design. That will scale with most of our cookbooks. But yes,
Eight by 10 of the design, but even though the cookbook is
it scales nicely. It'll scale down.
okay. So
Yeah.
does she create a PDF?
She'll wanna create it as a PNG or a JPEG.
Say it again.
PNG or a JPEG.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, we're back to Jacob's book. So you just saw I laid out all of the recipes, and now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag those section dividers. Like I just moved entrees after cakes because his goal is he wants it in alphabetical order.
Yeah, I was
and
looking at it, it looks good. Like I looked at the first section, it looked like they were
Perfect.
on pretty.
Yeah, so now they're in alphabetical order. Now, what I would do, Jacob, is I would flip through this book. I'm gonna show a couple of tricks real quick. One, if you want a quick theme, if you go up to more and go to themes, there's some really pretty, we have two pretty premium themes which have full bleed. This one's really nice, the heirloom. Other things that you can do is if you wanted to tweak any of your fonts or anything like that, I would do that now only because you're trying to fit a bunch of 2 recipes per page. So if you wanted to do any editing with the fonts, I would do that now. I like the step numbers to be a little bit smaller.
Could you go back a step? So when you did the design, when you got to this page, I saw when you did the more themes, but how did you get to this design page where you were changing the font? And
Yeah, let me show you that. So you'll see beside the page, and when you see, let me start over. This little edit icon right here changes the design on the page. So I'm just going to click it.
Oh, okay.
When I make these changes, as long as I have the editing style for all pages selected, it will make the update across my entire book.
Okay, that's
Um,
awesome.
One thing I want to point out to you, Jacob, you've put your numbers in here. I would suggest possibly coming in and taking those out, because you'll see now you've got a duplicate number 1-1.
Uh,
If you don't,
I guess there wouldn't be an easy way to do that for all the pages, would there? You'd have to manually.
yeah, you would probably want to flip through and take those out. If you don't want to, you could just hide the step number and leave yours. But I would do one or the other.
Okay,
Um,
maybe just do that for now. Just hide the step number. Just 'cause some of them I typed like step numbers, the other ones I might like in paragraphs. So
Got it. Got it. Let me show you real quick. Let's find two that are together that we can make two on a page, so I can show you the easy way to do that. And then we'll jump to the next question. Let's find, all right, this is a great example. So these are two, well, maybe it's a great example. Yes, this is a good example. No, what do we have?
I don't know what this the second page with is that a continuation of the first?
It looks
Does it
like
look like
let me see what recipe this is. Pumpkin cheesecake. Yep. It's going over.
but why is it that they're because that's the raspberry cream pie on the left?
Yeah, that's strange. I think we may be, oops. We may need to go to the arrange pages and arrange it one more time. Maybe we move something. There we go. Another little trick. See these little tiles at the bottom? If we click that, we can get a view of the entire book, and then we can just go straight to a page. So here's an example, it looks like, of two that we might be able to fit together. We've got the 7-Up biscuits and the banana bread. So what I would do, Jacob, is I would hit edit over here on the 7-Up biscuits. I would go to layout, and I'm going to go ahead and select two recipes. So the 7-Up is going to be on the first one. And then what I'm going to do is come to the second one, and I'm going to say existing recipe, and I'm going to type the one that I'm trying to move. So the banana bread, I'm going to click it. It's going to say, hey, I'm going to remove it from another page and move it here. You're going to go ahead and say yes and hit save. Now that's moved over there, and then you can just delete this page since we no longer need it. And so I would just pop through the book and do that, if that makes sense. And give that a
How
second
did
to
you
load.
go to the book, like where you saw all the recipes at the top? How'd you get to that again?
These little tiles right here.
Oh, the little tiles.
Yep. And then you
Gotcha.
can scroll through. But yeah. All right. Jacob, you're doing really well. Do you have any other questions or anything else I can help you with? Thanks for sharing. This was
So
a
the
good
one thing, I think it disappeared. I had it before, but it disappeared the table of content, like at the beginning,
yeah,
and
let's
where
go
it
look.
had like each section. Unless
So
I
the
was
table
missing
of
it.
contents automatically is added to your book. Sometimes you need to add an extra page. You probably
Oh, I see.
you'll get the
Yeah.
warning. If you click that warning and say add a page, it'll go ahead and add the next page. And we'll just let me hide this guy because I can't save it. All right, I think there's a delay since I'm on your screen, and there we go. All right, so we're gonna say add page and hit save. And now we've got all your table of contents. And anytime you make updates in your book, it'll update in your table of contents.
Okay, and then would there be a way to make like where they're not where they're just alphabetized, like at the end, say, like an index where they're all alphabetized, just like all the recipes combined without category?
Right. Right now, there's not an index.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
something we toss around, and hopefully we'll add that in the future. But right now, there's not an index. But good idea. Awesome. All right. Thanks for letting us use you as a guinea pig. You have a really nice book and a really great collection. Can I ask you where are all is this a family cookbook? Are these
Yeah,
your
mostly it was just like recipes in my mom's box that she's collected over the years, like recipes from different people. But my biggest complaint is it was so hard to like find stuff. So I wanted to make it like organized, and I just been typing it out myself. And I started out kind of slow, but I'm a pretty fast typer. And when I kept doing it, I got more and more quicker
nice?
at it.
Is
So
this the surprise for your mom, or is this
no, she kind of knows about it. So
okay?
Nice.
Good. Well, you're a good son. I know she's probably super excited. Are you gonna
yeah,
throw
just make it easier to find stuff.
Yeah, are you gonna throw a couple family photos in there?
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, good. You have siblings?
Just a brother.
Okay, well, just a brother. My goodness, boys. All right, you and your brother need a family photo. Like the two of you need to be in there. Your mom will love it. I'm a mom. I'm telling you right now. Put a picture of you and your brother. And make it a nice picture. Don't pick a bad picture of your brother. A
You'd
nice picture
also
of
put
you and
the
your brother.
favorite recipes of the brothers.
Yes, yes. Your mom is going to love this. Good job. I'm proud of you, Jacob.
Thank you.
This is gonna be great. Thanks for being a guinea pig, our guinea pig.
Could you go over one more that like just
Yeah, go ahead.
like the pricing? Because I think I was interested. I know you guys have different binding types. That I was just interested in maybe just like a spy, like I don't know what you'd call it. Like
Yeah.
kind of
Let
like
me.
a
I'm
spiral
sharing.
binding with like plastic spirals you could like take apart, and something like simple like that.
Yeah, Randy's asking, can he order a copy of your book? I don't know. You have to ask Jacob. Yeah, that's actually a really good question. Let me go over the binding styles with everybody real quick. That's a great question. And then we have Carly who's jumped on. Hey Carly.
And maybe like the cost breakdown too.
Yeah, I'm gonna
of
share
these.
exactly where you can find that, but I'm also gonna take a second and go over the binding styles. So if you go on to the website and you go down at the bottom and hit to the personal, you'll see this pricing calculator and it has all of our different binding styles. You can pop in how many black and white pages and how many color pages, how many books that you're wanting, the paper type that you're wanting, and calculate and get the exact price that your book will be. Let me go over these binding styles with you quickly. And I actually brought some of my last camp. I left my cookbooks inside, and today I brought them out so that I can show you. So we have two soft cover options. There is the soft cover perfect bound. It's a really clean cookbook. It looks really nice on a bookshelf. That's the soft cover perfect bound. I think these are wonderful for like family reunions where you're ordering a bunch of copies. That's great. We have the soft cover YRO as well. The only thing to note about the soft cover YRO is it does have an exposed wire through the back of it. This is very intentional, and the reason for that is so that the book can lie flat on the counter when you're using it. This is a very functional book. It's great for in the kitchen. I actually create one yearly that's just full of blank pages. And I use it for my husband is more of a cook than I am. And so he'll jot down his recipes and then I'll usually type it to have them typed just to add to our family cookbook. And so that's what I use the soft cover for. It's a very functional book. All right, as far as hardcover, there are three options. Hardback case bound. This is a really great coffee table book. It sits beautifully. You can imagine it on a coffee table. That's the hardback case bound. Now, these are my two favorites, and I go back and forth on which one's actually my favorite. It just depends on the moment in life. The hardback wire and the ring binder. The hardback wire they're in the ring binder, they're actually the exact same book. The only difference is the mechanism inside. So for the ring binder, you have a binder so that you can add pages. This is great for that organization project. Jacob, this might be good for your mom if you're trying to add recipes later. The ring binder, because you can order additional pages later. Hardback
Are you-
wire is the
Are you
wire.
still sharing your screen? I can't see anything
I'm
anymore.
holding the books up. Sorry, I'm on the video. Can everybody else see that?
Mhm.
Did you see it, Jacob?
I can't see the screen.
That's
I
strange.
see like all the Zoom people.
Are
but I
you
don't
on a
see the-
Are you on a computer?
Yeah.
Go to the bottom. Oh no, hang on. Don't let me lie to you. Give me 2 seconds to figure it out, and then I'll tell you. Okay, top right hand corner, there's the word view, and click it on speaker mode. So you should be able to see me as I'm talking.
Yeah, I have it on speaker mode.
And you don't see me?
Maybe I'll try full screen.
Yeah, try that. Miss Kathy, do you see me? I see you. You do? Okay, good.
I see you.
Okay, good. Did you figure it out, Jacob?
No, that's all right. I'll just kind of
Okay.
try to listen.
The replay, when I send the replay, you'll be able to go back and look at this.
Okay.
Okay, so the hardback wire has that wire mechanism. These do have page limits of 200 for the ring binder and the wire. If you have a really, really large collection and this is the binding style you want to go with, I would suggest go volumes. Do savory and sweet. So you have like all your entrees, appetizers, things like that. And then you can do all your desserts in another one. And I've seen a lot of people do that, and those are fun. And they also look really nice when you have two of them sitting side by side. I have all of mine on a bookshelf in my kitchen, and they all look, I'll even show you the finished product. They all look really nice together. And I went with the same color blue on my spine that I have the walls painted in my kitchen, so it really matches. So there's that. I'll go over the paper. We have 3 paper options. There's the standard paper, which is a 70-pound unfinished paper. So it's kind of a matte finish. It doesn't have that coating on it. There's the premium paper, which is a 100-pound gloss. That is really great when you have a lot of family photos. And then the third option is the Write in the Rain paper, which is spill resistant and water resistant. That's great for a highly functional cookbook. I use that one for the books in my kitchen. I use the premium paper for the cookbooks that I order for my mom. I have a now 5-year-old in my kitchen who is like a little tornado. I need all the protection we can get. Nana's not spilling stuff quite as much, so the premium paper is totally fine for her. If you get the Write in the Rain paper, I will tell you this if you've been on camp, you've heard the story. It looks very similar to the standard paper. The way you would know the difference is you just grab a little water on your fingers and sprinkle it, and if you wipe it clean, you know it's the Write in the Rain. Many years ago, when we first introduced the Write in the Rain, I ordered a book, and then I went and fussed at production that it was the wrong paper. Turns out it was the right paper. It looks very similar to the standard. So just throw a little water on it and you'll know immediately. But yeah, all right, guys. I've got time for probably a handful more questions, and then we're going to jump into I'm going to share a little bit more about our newest service that we're offering and share a fun promotion that we're going to be doing for the month of June. But yeah, any other questions? And then we'll jump in. All right. Lena. Oops, you gotta hit the unmute.
Yes,
There you are.
I have to go. I made
Okay.
an appointment that I didn't realize this, but what I would like to know,
Yeah.
how often do you meet, or how do I get notified? Would I get notified like I just did for this one?
Yes, ma'am. We send an email. It's every
Okay.
2 weeks. I also send a replay email. I only send the replay to people who sign up. We don't want to become annoying with the emails.
Uh-huh.
So even if you can't come, be sure to sign up. And
How do you sign up?
just like you did for this
Oh,
one.
just like today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Just the
All
same
right.
one. Yes.
And then how do you create an account?
Do you have, you should have a Create My Cookbook account. That's how we had your email.
Oh, okay.
You just want to log, if you can't get in, hit forgot password and it'll email you the link to reset your.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So
Well,
questions were
also, you'll get
wonderful.
the
They
replay.
answered a lot of my questions.
Oh,
Go
good.
ahead.
I'm so glad that you're here. You're doing a family cookbook.
Uh, one of them.
Okay. You've got many projects. That's okay. Where are your recipes? I'll give you some getting started advice.
Where are my recipes?
Mhm.
They're, let me think for a minute. Some recipes are in the book that I started. One book is completed, but never did anything with it.
Okay.
And all the recipes and text and everything, that's all there.
Okay.
It may be not correct according to the, the program here, but that's done. So, and then they're on my computer and they're in different categories. So,
Okay. We have lots of tools. I know you've got to go to an appointment. Please watch the replay because I'm about to go over all the tools that we have.
okay.
that are
So I
service-
just go back to this and
I'll
just,
send, you'll get an email from me. I'll say
oh,
Christine.
great, great.
And it'll come out tomorrow morning. It'll
Okay.
have the replay, but I'm about to talk about all the different services we have that can help get recipes in. Rewatch that. And then if you have any questions, reach out to support and then come next week and we'll get you, we're gonna get you where you need to be so you can finish the
Okay.
project.
All
So
right.
good luck
Thank
with your
you.
appointment.
Thank you.
I'll give
Thank
one more. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Good
Okay.
luck.
Bye.
Any last minute questions? And then we're going to talk about all the different services that we have to help get your projects complete. I'll share the White Glove, and then I'm also going to share a fun promotion that we're doing. It's one we've never done before, so I'm excited. Last minute. All right, let's talk about all of our different services. So you just heard Miss Lena was talking about recipes. If you have, one thing we're really good at and really proud of is we have a lot of great services to help you get recipes in quickly so that you're not having to spend your time typing all the recipes. The first one is We Type It. And pop in the chat.
I'm
if
gonna
you
have
do.
to sign off too. I'll catch up with you on the
All right, Ms.
recording.
Jones. Yep, watch the
Okay,
recording. Thanks, Miss Jones. Bye. See you next time.
bye-bye.
Who in here has used We Type It? Miss Kathy, I think you've used We Type It. Anyone else used We Type It here? All right, Miss Kathy, we're gonna have to call you out to get some customer feedback. It's great. You snap photos of this is great if you have that recipe box full of cards or the junk drawer full of recipes. You're gonna want to use We Type It. If you have an iPhone, you can download an app, which is really, really easy. You can just snap photos of the recipes. They're typed in just a few minutes, and you can make any edits that you might want. If you don't have an iPhone and you have an Android, you can log in on your browser and you still use your phone to use the We Type It. We Type It in a couple of different bundles. Let me share that with you. You can buy, 5, 30, 100 credits. It's 1 credit per recipe typed. Another thing that we have is called Import My Recipes. With Import My Recipes, you'll want to be in your account. This is one of our newer services, so it's very exciting. You'll need to be in your account and you'll see it here, Import My Recipes. This is great if you have those PDFs, Word documents, things like that. You can upload those and upload the file. It'll import and it'll take all the recipes, break it apart, and send it to your account. But it's again same as We Type It, same credit system, one credit per recipe exported. And so if you have Word documents, which Miss Lena, she's gone, but she said that she had, a lot of people do, that would be the thing that I use. If you're wanting help with some design, right now, if you're wanting someone on our design team to do your book for you, we do offer a thing called design services. If you scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see here, you'll fill out a survey and pick the different bindings that you want, upload all your content, and then you will submit it to a designer who will work on your project. They'll send you an email once it's done. If you have any edit requests, you can email, change the cover, whatever it might be. and they'll do the book for you. So to the band, to the drum roll, please. The fun promotion that we're doing for June. So for June, what we're doing is if you spend $99 on any service, we're going to give you a $50 Create My Cookbook gift certificate. You can use this gift certificate toward the cost, the purchase of your physical cookbook, or you can gift it to a family or friend who wants to start a project on their own. You'll get a gift certificate just the same as if you went on our website and purchased one. All you have to do is purchase your service, email me the order number, which will be on the replay, and I will send you the gift certificate so that you can download the PDF and either gift it or use it for your own. Another fun thing, I'm going to go into our newest service, which is a combination of all the things I just talked about, the white glove. If you purchase one of the white gloves, you will also get this as well in the month of June. So let me go over the white glove. And I have Carly here as well. That way, if anyone has any questions, they can jump into a breakout room with her. Let me get it pulled up. All right. So white glove, some of you have probably heard about it, but this is our newest service, and it's really one that was inspired by you guys. Camp started it. We were reaching out and saying, you know, I really want one-on-one help. This is a big project. I need someone to help me with it. So we started with camp, and people have been coming, which has been great. But people still wanted more. So we created the white glove experience, which is what's going on? Here we go. What is white glove? White glove is where you will be paired with a cookbook consultant who will get to know your project, everything that you're trying to do, and help bring your cookbook to life. You'll meet over a series of 5 meetings. There will be ongoing support one-on-one with this person, from recipe entry to design help. We'll handle all of that. So let me go over the 5 meetings. It starts off with a kickoff meeting, which is a one-on-one. I'll go into the details of all the meetings shortly. Then it goes, the second meeting is all about recipe entry and organization. The third is design and formatting. This is my favorite meeting. This is where the cookbook's really coming to life. Fourth meeting is we're wrapping up all the loose ends for that, for your cookbook project. And then the fifth one is you'll have someone to hold your hand, answer all the questions that you have as you order your cookbook. As far as the timing of these meetings, you set the timing. If you need to get this cookbook very quickly, because you have a family reunion going up, we have people who are going through it in as short as 2 weeks. If you are like, hey, I'm working on it for the holidays and I want to do this over the holiday, I have 6 months, that's fine. We have people who've done the meeting 1 and they're doing meeting 2 in July. Let me go over the meetings a little bit more in depth. So the kickoff meeting is we're asking you a lot of questions. We're laying the foundation for your cookbook project. We want to have a clear plan on what all we need to do to get to that goal. At the end of this meeting, we are going to hand you a cookbook plan that has everything mapped out in a timeline to get your project done. You also leave this meeting with homework. You have to go get all of the recipes and content together, and you just send it to us because we will manage getting it into your account. We'll manage we type it. We'll manage the import my recipe. We'll do all of that so you're not having to do that. Meeting 2, you've emailed over all your recipes. We've managed to get them in. We're taking the time in this meeting to organize your recipes. We're looking at your collection and giving you advice on how we would organize it. Based on your collection and giving you input there. And then we're setting the categories, kind of like we just did with Jacob. We're laying out the book. We're making sure if you need help to coordinate with family and friends, we're doing that. So now at the end of this meeting, you have all of your recipes in your book in a category, and it's the bones of the book are really laid out. Meeting 3, this is the fun one. This is where from meeting 1, where you've laid out that vision and the design, you are You come and we've got the book laid out. We've got cover design in there. You've got section dividers. The layouts are picked. The fonts are paired. Everything looks really nice. And you're giving us that live feedback on things that you want adjusted or changed so that it's just perfect and is truly matching the vision that you want. The other thing about this meeting, this is the meeting where you bring any family photos or any stories that you want added to your book, and we'll make sure that those get added as well. Meeting 4, this is where we're generating those proofs, we're going through it one last time, we're making any of those final edits. We'll give you the proofs in a PDF, we'll email them to you, they'll have a watermark on them, but you can send those to family and friends to get their input if you're making any of those final edits. At meeting 5, this is where, again, if you have any last minute edits, we'll put those in, we'll regenerate the proofs, and then we're going to hold your hand and walk you through ordering your cookbook. We're going to talk about, exactly what you're doing with this book, and we're going to make the suggestions. If you are like, this is an organization piece, like Jacob said, we're going to suggest the ringed binder with the right and ring paper. If this is a family heirloom and you are gifting it to grandma and it's going to sit on her coffee table, we're going to suggest the hardback case bound with the premium paper. We're going to walk you through all of the decisions so that you have that one-on-one help. So everything that you're getting with the White Glove, you get the 5 one-on-one meetings. You get, and the expert would be Carly, who is here. I'll introduce her shortly. And if you've probably seen her at some point, or myself. And we have, seriously, guys, you're getting a pro. Between the two of us, we've worked on some very large corporate accounts, from BBC Good Food to Embassy Suites, BP. And then we've worked on hundreds and hundreds of family cookbooks. So we have seen a lot of different cookbooks, have lots of ideas, and are excited to help you create yours in a very professional manner. You'll get 5 meetings with us. You'll get that project plan and timeline, all your recipes typed. And we type it, import, we'll handle it. Don't even worry about it. We're going to take care of that. You're also getting the design services that we talked about, the cover design, the section divider design, the font selection and pairing, book layout, photo uploads, story page uploads. We'll handle all that as well. So $1,200 value, right at but for the White Glove service, it's going to be $399. You can, here's a QR code. When you scan this code, it will take you to Carly's calendar. She's taking she's taking on people right now. You can book your first meeting. If you get to that first meeting and you're like, I just want to go the DIY route. I just want to do what I was doing. It's fine. You can, we will refund you your money. All you've got to do is email support and they will refund your money. You get to keep your cookbook plan, and you of course can continue working on it in the DIY method. You can continue coming to camps, and we'll reach out to our support in any way possible. Other thing to note, if you purchase White Glove, you will also get the $50 Create My Cookbook gift certificate in the month of June that you can use towards the purchase of your first book, or you can gift it to someone. But yeah, we're super excited. If anyone has any questions, again, we have camp every 2 weeks. You're welcome to come to camp. You're welcome to continue with the DIY method. If you would like one of us to work on your on your cookbook or work with you, if you have any questions on how that might be, I'm happy to answer them. If you want to talk to Carly specifically, she's here and I can put you two in a breakout room and you can ask her. And we popped the link to on that in there, Carly, if anyone wants to do that. We have 10 more minutes so I can answer any questions, anything from just cookbook questions to White Glove questions. Soledad?
With the pricing for the soft cover, what is the regular price for that one?
So the soft cover for the perfect bound or the
Perfect bound.
Perfect bound starts at $19.95 that includes up to 50 pages, and then it's the price of the book goes to, it depends on the number of black and white and another number of colored pages.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. You can if you go to the pricing calculator, you'll see you can put the pages in there and it'll give you a live calculation of the cost of your book.
Okay.
All right, guys, any other questions?
I just want to say thank you for doing this workshop, and I've really enjoyed,
course.
working with the cookbook thing. So it's actually fairly easy to use, so I've liked working on it.
Yeah, no, I think I'm glad that you came. Thanks for letting us guinea pig your book. I hope you come back. We'll have another one in 2 weeks, and maybe you'll come back and we can see your progress, and you can share with everyone where you're at. It'll be fun to see your book, because you're doing
Here's a
a
question though. So
yeah.
because I'm gonna add more to it, would I just repeat the steps that you walked me through to do like the alphabetizing and stuff like to keep it the way I want it?
If you
I would
add
just like
more
repeat.
recipes, you can just that same book. The only reason I duplicated your book, Jacob, was you had a bunch already on 2 recipes per page, and it would have taken us several minutes to break them apart. Um, what you can do is the ones that aren't in your book, and let me show you how you can see that easily. Let me get to it first. Okay. Oh, I gotta get it pulled up.
Do you need me to screen share again?
No, sorry, I'm just having to get. I was in a tab thing myself. Okay, so if you see how there's this filter here and it says in book or not in book, you can filter it to
Yeah.
not book and just grab all those last ones and add them to the book, and it'll just insert them where they belong.
Can you show me that again?
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll want to go to recipe box. You'll want to filter to not in the book. You'll want to select all of them. Batch action, add to book, select your layout, hit next, and then insert them into the book. It'll go through and place them where they belong.
So it'll do like because we have it set to be alphabetized, it'll alphabetize it.
It will put
Thing.
them in, right. It will put them in each section that they belong, and then you can go back and hit the auto arrange, and that will alphabetize it.
Okay, so we got to redo the auto arrange too.
Yeah, you just hit the auto arrange because your layout, your section should already be in the right spot. The auto arrange just alphabetizes the recipes in each section divider.
Does the white glove service include any proofreading on the We Type It recipes?
No, ma'am. It doesn't include proofreading on Miss Kathy. I think we're gonna have some fun new stuff coming soon that's gonna help with editing. And so we'll stay tuned. I know you have Miss everyone who's been here, they've probably heard Miss Kathy. She's legendary. She has a recipe collection of like 1,000. I think she has 5 versions, 5 volumes.
Or 4
Cool.
volumes?
And you're working on a 5th, aren't you? Where did that come up with 5?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
you're working on a 5th. Miss Kathy
Yeah.
has over 1,000 recipes.
Well, and on the proofreading of the 4th book, I'm down to the last 30 pages, and then I'll be ready to order. So
Got it.
I'm getting there, but you were so right to tell me to order 1 copy so I could see it. And I found so many more mistakes that
Yes, if you're planning to
everybody
order,
should do that.
if you're planning to order like I know many people do, they order a batch for their whole family. Before you do that, if you have the time, go ahead and order 1 copy just so you can see it physically and make any edits that you want. And Miss Kathy, we are also for anyone who's already really into their project and they don't need the full white glove service. We are doing a white glove wrap up, which is a one-time meeting with Carly, and she'll go through the book and make any edits and adjustments for you that you want. We're calling it the white glove wrap up. And I think we have a link for it as well. It's $99. You can also purchase it, and with it will also include a $50 create my cookbook gift certificate. So if anyone has interest in that, we've had quite a few people use it and enjoy it. So I'm excited. Yeah, Miss Kathy, I'll keep you in mind as we have our new editing stuff. Awesome.
And
All
I
right.
do love that We Type It.
Yes.
Saves so much time. It's like you send it to you and almost instantly it comes back.
Yeah, it's a very cool tool. I love it. So yeah. All right, guys, we have about 4 minutes. Any questions? It could be a cookbook question, a white glove question. I'll be happy to answer. If not, I will see you in 2 weeks. Jacob, you're coming. You're gonna have your book ready. You've got all these ladies that want to see it. We want to see what you're doing for mom. You
I don't
gotta
know if I can make any promises, but we'll see.
you're gonna get it done. Get a picture of you and your brother. We need that. And I'll send the replay tomorrow. I'll send any if you have any questions. It'll have the replay email will include the video of today. I'll send a link with all of our different services with the additional information on that. And then I'll also include where you can go ahead and sign up for our next camp in 2 weeks. So
I have a
alright, guys.
question.
Yeah,
So that can we email you directly? Is there a way to?
you can email support@createmycookbook.com. I'll put that in the chat. And we have an awesome support team who will be more than happy to answer any questions we
So
try.
just support at my.
I'm gonna pop it in the chat for you so that you can copy and paste it if you'd like.
Okay. Thank you again. I appreciate
of
it.
course, of course. All right, guys. See you in 2 weeks. And everyone have a wonderful Wednesday. Don't get too hot. Drink lots of water and enjoy yourselves. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.